That changes everything, for instance, the May 262. And also, I didn't expect the British Tempest to be so good. It's actually probably even better than the German jet. And gave me a hell of a time yesterday, to the point that we repeated a mission 2 times, and I believe we'll do that also today, because it was such an interesting mission. The one where we attack the enemy airfield. Wait a second, that I have to start the game if I can find the Steam icon. Where are you? Down there. They could have made it a bit smaller while they were at it. Maybe even a little bit smaller. Yeah, I didn't want this interface though. Where are you? Yeah, I found it. I found you. Cannot escape from me. Just like German planes. No, in this case, they're going to be British planes, since I'll play the German sides first. Then we'll go maybe multiplayer. And I think I'll pick the British plane this time. It seems such an incredible plane. Okay, it's working. Everything seems to be working. Need to put the keyboard like so. A bit behind. This goes higher. Yeah, like this should work. And we're ready. So, continuing the career as previously stated. And I was playing with the character of Paul von Schleicher about the wonderful May 262, the Squalbe, or German twin jet hunter bomber with many roles. Must have known previously, or at least so it seemed, but we might change that. I'll have to also go and see how the mission waypoints are positioned, because I'd rather go closer to the objective. I've been explaining and repeating this many times in the previous days. It makes a lot of difference and really shortens the downtime. I don't know if you ever did it, but if you're a commander in a career match, in a career game of Sturmovik, you can actually go and move the waypoint. Yeah, I already did it. It's saved. So you bring this little thing from where it was to the mission point of interest, and it's going to start you right above the objective. This is making it much more approachable as a game and shortens gradually your downtime. Okay, like this. Why am I thinking there's something I forgot? No, there is a start. And just a minute while it loads. Ah, yes, I was thinking about I had to clean the lens of the HMD. Wait a second. All this fighting and exertion tends to take its toll. Okay. Now looking at the wonderful picture of a truck, because of course we're going to be driving a truck. No, we're not. Not today at least. I always activate the desktop overlay while the game loads, because otherwise it gives you this strange image that actually crosses your eye, and it's not very nice to start having an headache even before you're in the air. Doesn't help with it. That's my sensor for the index system. Here it is, the floating cube in nothingness. We're almost there. It's a bit of a longer loading, I think, with the new DLC. Probably the map is bigger. Wouldn't surprise me. We're fighting a scenario from the Battle of the Bulge. I selected that, seemed more interesting. And in fact it has been, for now. Very cool winter scenery. And well, the jet rules. I thought it would have been faster, personally. I never flown the May 262, not even in wartime, so for me it's a completely new plane. And it's been a bit underwhelming, but it has certain particular advantages. Look at the customization options. There are many more than they were in the other DLCs. So I'm putting this fuel regulating valve that says it prevents the engine from stalling during dives, steep dives. And I'll get the bombs because yesterday I couldn't hit much with the rockets. Although these rockets look very cool, we're going to utilize them during the stream. And of course I haven't read the briefing because I already was doing this mission yesterday, but the point is attacking an enemy airfield. Attacking an enemy airfield that, by the way, is guarded by the Tempest. Now, the Tempest is a British propeller airplane, so completely traditional compared to this beast of a thing. This looks like a starship from Star Fox, actually. It's very futuristic and very almost anachronistic in its age. Yet, the Tempest, also it seemed to me, without knowing much, that it is probably the better plane. The Tempest, you see, is a propeller plane with 300 or 3000 horsepower. 3000 horsepower is really a lot. So much, in fact, that they seemed faster than the German jet. I tried everything yesterday. I actually managed to kill a couple because this thing, the only thing it does surely better is going upwards. You can gather a lot of altitude even before meeting the enemy, and then what you're supposed to do, so it seemed, is to swoop down like a falcon of sort and hit them when they least expect it. Because if it gets to a turning fight where each one tries to drain the opponent's energy, then they're going to win almost assuredly, and they did all the times. And another situation that completely surprised me was when, after completing the objective, two of them started chasing me, and the Tempest, in fact, proved to be faster than the Squalb. The Squalb is the German surname for this plane. It means dove. They were faster than me, in any case. And that's crazy. I had thought the jet would have been the faster plane in the entire World War II, but apparently that's not the case, at least not in every situation. So we're now going 500. Actually, the Tempest, so they told me, can even go to 800, and this can also, but not for a sustained period of time. I should try and read about this, because it seems strange. In any case, that's certainly the case in Sturmovik. That's the airfield, okay. We started close, you see. Now we're using maximum time compression. That's the reason there is no sound. We're going to dial it back in a minute. As soon as I see the enemy. These are ground targets. It's not ground artillery, it seems, not anti-air artillery. It didn't shoot me yesterday. So, what I'm going to do now, since the enemy doesn't seem to be here yet, I'll go for a steep dive and drop some bombs as soon as possible while trying to preserve my speed. This is very dangerous. Well, okay, I'm not sure it's going to hit. But... oh, I also blacked out, okay. Now, maybe it was a bit too haphazard of a maneuver. But, we're still going 500, so that's good. I'll go back up. Did I hit anything with the bomb? Well, actually, it seems so. I no longer see artillery there, so maybe it wasn't so crazy of a maneuver. No, I didn't score. I don't know. Let's drop another in any case. We have unlimited bombs. I always set it up like this in campaign. Otherwise you end up wasting a lot of time. And that's not good for a stream, or even just when playing alone. It's less fun. I want to have fun with these games. So, more bombs coming. I believe this should have hit. Oh my god, I lost control. Now, let's try not to do any stupid thing. Did I destroy it? Well, it says completed secondary objectives, but apparently I didn't score. Maybe the wingman finished it. Completed secondary, but we also have a primary. Let's use a shooting aid, since I can't seem to hit things with this plane's bomb. Maybe because they're different in their method of employment. The DLC is new for me after all. So what I was trying to do is, activate the aiming Q, and go for these flak cannons. I guess they are after all. There is anti-air artillery. Well, not for long, I hope. Let's also strafe as we go. And bomb. Okay, I already had destroyed it with the machine guns. It's got pretty powerful cannons, this plane. I heard they were quite cutting edge. What's my speed? 400, okay. And my score? No kills, that's impossible. I saw them go in flame. Okay, whatever you want. In any case, let's keep bombing, since the Tempests haven't shown up yet. And let's hope they never do, since they tend to kick my ass. I can clearly see there are no longer guns there, so I did hit them. Maybe they're not the targets, that's the point. I have to bomb the parked planes over there. Let's try and do that. I wish I could see the explosion. There is something strange with the level of detail when you play this game in VR, where ground objectives tend to disappear right after you turn your head to them. Here is the enemy, I believe. Or are these my wingmen? The wingmen in these missions seem to lag behind by a lot. Okay, primary objective completed. Primary objective completed, so I guess I'll make a run for it. I wouldn't want to repeat this mission yet another time. And I'm not telling anything to these guys, since they don't ever listen in any case. They do whatever they want. I've been telling them yesterday, retreat, attack ground units. They never do what you tell them. I better not waste the time to try and tell them. So let's see if the enemy is indeed coming. I love the design of this plane. This is really, it looks like a child's toy, yet it's so cool. It's the kind of plane I used to daydream about. These are the friendlies. Okay, there is no enemy. We might as well go. Look at the size of the thing. It's really fairly a huge plane, especially considering it was meant to be a fighter. Well, a fighter and also a ground attack plane. Multi-role, really. One of the first true multi-role aircraft. So, I believe it's to be expected for it to not be so agile in the end. You really lose it. You tend to lose if you go for a turning fight. Here come the Tempest. Okay, I'll try to keep my distance. Because since I completed the mission, as I said, I wouldn't want to repeat it again. I better not be looking for trouble, especially since the wingmen, as yesterday, are doing completely whatever they want. So I better try and keep my distance. I'm going now 500. And also you see how it doesn't accelerate that much in the end. I would have believed that jet to be faster personally. To go at least 700 when straight like this. But to obtain such speeds you actually had to take a bit of a dive. And now I'm very worried because this caught up to me yesterday and probably they would also today. But since we're back in enemy territory and I'd rather show you a different mission today, let's do it like this. I just cheat a little and say finish mission, which is in any case allowed by the game. I should be completed. Let me check the objective again. Yeah, it says return to base, so we might as well speed up time to the max and be returned to base automatically. I bet in any case the next mission will be just as interesting, if not more. These missions are much better as a script compared to the other ones. Yeah, this was the Parker plane, so that was the objective. I'm also flying 2 missions in the same day since I'm the commander and I can set it up however I want. So we will have less loading screens between one and the next one. Let's try to speedrun the simulation games career, if such a thing can be done. So, next one is enemy vehicle column attack. Okay, this sounds interesting because, of course, for attacking an enemy column, I'm going to employ the rockets. Now, the rockets that they mounted on this beast are incredibly cool. They're very light, advanced rockets that were developed in the last part of the war. I've heard that there weren't many, only a few of these planes, already rare, had such rockets. And they shoot in a salvo, and it looks like something out of Macross. It's very, very destroying. It's completely, well, you know what I mean. That's what like to pick another livery. There is nothing really fancy. I like this one. Yeah, it's also unpainted metal. On the fin with a light green panel on the fin. Panel lines filled with putty. Let's go with this. I want to see how it looks. Start the mission. Again, I start in the air for the purpose of shortening. Yeah, but I didn't shorten the actual path of the mission. Oh, won't take long in any case. This is certainly not one of the slowest planes. Not by a far mile. I don't know if you can see it. Now I have all pieces of windows floating put this way and that. I better go to the overlay. Also, this gives me the splash screen, showing me a bit of an out-of-topic Russian plane, but that is also, I believe, to be expected. This is Il-2 Sturmovik, after all, even if the DLC isn't about the Russian front. Yeah, the loading is definitely a bit longer. No, maybe I spoke too soon. So, we're going to start again at the second waypoint. The objective seems to be close to where I was going before. That is the town of, well, in Germany, of course, Nimjagen. This is the Battle of the Bulge, final offensive. and start this thing. Now, 8 kilometers to the waypoint. Let's see how long it takes. 78 kilometers. At 1500, how long will it be? Well, not that long. I would like to put it, okay, self-leveling mode, so we can go and read something about the plane in the meantime that I don't know that much about. The Messerschmitt ME-216, nicknamed Schwalbe, you see, or Sturmovik, the Stormbird. You can still look at the mission. You can go and look over your wing while checking Wikipedia. I used to do it all the time when flying bomber missions that were so slow in the original career mode. So only 542 of this thing. No, that's how many they shot down, not how many were built. They built more actually, almost 3 times as much. 1400. Yet they say they shot down up to a third in enemy planes. 60 kilometers to the objective now. So let's see their role in this specific campaign. Operators, variants, operational history. High-speed research, counter-jet tactics, I guess that would be relevant. Ah, yes, the response of the throttle was low, that's indeed true. Yesterday I was thinking that maybe I was having a problem with my controls, because when you move the throttle, it actually moves way slower within the plane. I'll show you. Look at this. It's strange. So I move this thing. Now I'm completely back with the throttle. You cannot see my throttle, maybe you can see the arm, like this. I put it ahead. Now we're also employing time compression, mind you, so it's going 4 times faster, and yet it doesn't follow. It's very slow. Maybe it's a safety measure. Maybe it's actually a feature of the plane. They did not provide sufficient thrust at low high speed, and throttle response was low. So at takeoff and landing, it became a vulnerable target. Many were shot like so, I believe. They were shot down while taking off. I remember writing about it when I made an article about this, but it was years ago. I forgot almost everything. Also, the high speed presented problems because you didn't have much time to align. Probably that's the reason. They also included a new type of aiming sight. Now 36 minutes, 36 kilometers to the objective. We better start paying attention. So you see the aiming sight, this is the standard reflex one, but there is a different one that is based apparently on a gyroscope, and I couldn't utilize it very well yesterday. Maybe it's not well optimized for VR in this game, but it seemed like an interesting technology. Look at this thing, completely unpainted. No, I don't like it that much. Looks like it just came out of the factory. Still, it might disconcert the enemy. Look at the antenna over there. That's another thing that left me a bit dazed yesterday. What was that circular thing I was seeing between the cockpit and the tail? That's actually an antenna shaped like that, presumably because it makes it more resistant to the G-forces. We're flying a town. That's Nimjagen, okay. There are some ground units, the map says. Cannot see them to tell you the truth. So we better go straight to the objective. Which was, a column of vehicles. You can clearly see the rockets I put on the plane, if now I can stabilize it enough, like this. The rockets are mounted in little racks over there, one on the left and one on the right. And you can see how small they are. They're like needles, basically. A lot of them. I believe they must have been very devastating when utilized properly. Yesterday I couldn't hit much with them, but maybe today it will go better. Seems like you have to aim actually lower than the target, not higher, and that's strange. Completely the opposite what I'm used with Russian rockets. Ah, here's the column of vehicles, okay. Now, dealing back time compression. I'll try to tell the wingmen to attack in the hope they listen, just because it's so important, but they fear they will do whatever the hell they want. F3, okay, attack nearest ground target. Angry German voices in the radio. Now I'll again go for these steep dives in the hope of being able to preserve speed when I go back up, because if the tempests do show up, it's going to be a hell of a fight. So these are the rockets, look at this. 4 shoot at the same time. And did I hit anything? No, presumably I didn't. In any case, I wasn't very well aligned. We'll go for another pass from the back of the column. How's my speed now? 600. I see no movement. Well, over there is some movement on the ground. What's that smoke? Well, we're worried about planes in this case, not ground units. So coming from another pass, as you see, they completely disappear when you're not pointing straight at them. This, unfortunately, is the great downfall of the Sturmovik's graphics. I don't know why it does like so. It tends to suck for the most part, but you get used to it in a while. No, completely missed. No, completely missed. These are the wingmen finally coming. Yeah, I cannot use well these rockets of mine. Still no kills, this sucks. The bounce would have been better. Here they come. Ben Richter, do not disappoint me. Because you would be court-martialed in that case. Of course, I'm the commander of the unit. And I can tell you that. Let's try for yet another pass. Maybe I'll cheat a little and employ some Matrix-style bullet time like this. Let's try to at least hit something at the third attempt. Okay, one track gone, and I guess I better start going back out. Well, one is better than nothing, I guess. Here they come making their attack run. Well, they should. They shouldn't be making their attack run. In fact, they're circling in a very pacific manner the scenery. Maybe they're taking a few photographs. I don't know what they're doing. The AI for the friendly units in this game definitely needs some work. Maybe it's because the DLC is so new. In any case, I wish it had co-op for career. Imagine that, playing with a friend through this mission. That would rock. Okay, now I'm very well aligned. I better not fuck it up. You see how they shoot? They don't shoot straight. They go to the left. I don't know why they do this. In any case, I missed again. Going back up so I can preserve the energy. They're doing nothing. That doesn't surprise me. Look at my CPU. I'm now doing about 44, 45. Well, as long as you stay within the 45 frames per second, it's okay. Due to reprojection, you see, actually you can make half of your refresh rate in VR and still be okay. So that's the reason I'm running this game at 90 Hz, while the index headset can actually go up to 144. But while streaming, you already tend to occupy a lot of the resources for the streaming itself, so I probably wouldn't work, not for a game as taxing as this in any case. Maybe if I were playing Beat Saber or something such. Okay, I got the track, I got it with the cannons, but that's just as good. How many kills we have now? There should be 2. Why does it still say 1? In any case, the objective is not complete. And no enemy shows up, so that's good. If I see the enemy this time, I'm going to fight. If the tempests show up, I will show you how much dangerous these things are. Crazy so, in fact. Even the guns they have is much more powerful than the ones on the May 262. So it's either history underrated these planes, or Sturmovik is overrating them. In any case, the British Tempest is a hell of a beast. Maybe I hit it. I don't know. Oh, finally they come. Also, they come almost crashing into me. That's also to be expected. Hi, Nix. Oh, the camera. The camera. I didn't put the camera to the smaller size. I wish someone told me. Thank you, Nix. Well, better late than never, I guess. Thank you for showing up, Nix. And as always, you're my savior. So that's what was bothering people. I saw less viewers, in fact. Thank you. What a stupid thing to do. That's not the first time it happens. I should stop using that scene. It's dangerous, I tell you. It's so forgetful. Okay, now you can see better how I miss the trucks on the road. And here are the trucks. We're going ahead with the Schwalbe campaign, as you can see, Nix. With me being a bit fearful of this damned tempest that was so much trouble yesterday. So let's point at one of these guys. No, you're really always so helpful. Ever so helpful. Okay, missed. Preserving energy. Just as you said yesterday, we better not risk incurring in any interception at the wrong time. So I picked the rockets, but I wish I hadn't. These rockets are very hard to aim. Maybe I will use the slow motion time again. I believe this is the last time I use the big camera scene. No. Not these really trucks. They seem like armored vehicles, so yeah, now they disappear. Thank you, game developer, for making the enemy disappear just as I look at them. What a nice way of programming a flight simulation. I will never use the rockets again, also, not just the big camera view. Okay, I got that one. At least I got one. Hey Nix, by the way, do you want to try flying the American planes later? Unfortunately, I only have tier 2. I mean in War Thunder. Well, if the game does indeed run, I don't know about it now. Not so sure. Yesterday I was playing with the laptop. But we can do it. The final part of the stream. Only have tier 2 for the American planes, unfortunately. But couldn't we also fly some of the Russian one? This I unlock them all. Hey, I'm getting better at this. Am I really? I don't know. So, if you guys don't know about it, I've been trying to play also War Thunder these days. But they did something strange with that game. Ah, okay, you're going out. Okay, I guess. We better schedule the thing the next time. So, as I was saying, no, they made something strange with War Thunder. That's also very opportune at a time when their main competitor releases such a big DLC. They implemented some anti-chat measure, a Chinese program, I believe it's called Easy Anti-Chat, that completely broke the game for many people, unfortunately including me, to the point that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's very unpredictable. Sometimes I start the game 5 times in a row and the last time it works. Ah, that I would love also. I would also like to do the thing where we fly American planes, as you were saying. In any case, I'm working to unlock some of them. I had forgotten how much I enjoyed also that game, played while doing something else. I mean, with the TV on, no audio, not streaming, of course, no VR, just as a time waster with keyboard and mouse arcade mode, and yet I enjoy it even like that. And I've been unlocking stuff at a steady pace, but I was completely at zero with American planes, so it will be a long trek. Ah, finally I can return to base. Good, so I won't have to keep failing at this. Last time I picked the rockets. These rockets I hate. And Now heading back to base. No enemy showed up. I guess we'll have a dogfight eventually. Maybe the next mission's the good one. It's a fairly big town, Nimjagan. Maybe more of a city actually. Primary mission objective completed. We will do like before. I want to speedrun this. I want to see as much as possible because this afternoon I won't be able to play and I'm enjoying this DLC so much. The city modeling is a bit strange. If you look closely at it, there is something strange with the town blocks. You have some houses. They seem kind of out of alignment. I don't know if the Germans of the time actually built like this, but it seems strange to have the isolated groups of houses with one stuck in the middle, like in an oblique manner. But I'm not an urban designer, what would I know? So, coming now over the river of... what's the name of this river? The river of no name. This isn't Google Maps. They don't have a scrolling name. That's Nederregen. That's our name. How's it pronounced? Okay, we might as well conclude. Now I'm friendly territory. Finish mission. In any case, Nix, you have every single plane in War Thunder, I guess. I wonder how long you've been playing it. It's amazing. You unlocked every tier of every nation. He's also a streamer, by the way. Watch that guy if you happen to, because he's very good and plays War Thunder incredibly well. Okay. Enemy vehicle column counterattack. We completed 2 missions in one day. That's the way a commander is supposed to lead by example. Go to the next day. KG-51. We're in the Edelweiss group, you see. It's named after the flower. Very poetic in a way. Soldiers, yet also philosophers. As you would be supposed to be. On the losing side. A new day begins. It's a fairly cold day. -4 degrees Celsius. Now, enemy frontline attack. This sounds interesting. An enemy railway junction attack. That's also nice. They're completely new mission types. Give me a nice winter design. That's the one from Major Wolfgang Schneck. Looks fairly nice. Let's pick this one. And now I want bombs, of course. I hate the rockets. I like them in principle, but I cannot use them. Should we also employ some armor? Well, no. The armor is completely useless. I'll pick the gun sight, though. I'll show you the gyro gun sight. I'm putting armor on this thing. What's the meaning of it? When you're fighting against Tempests that can completely shred your wings right from the airframe with a single salvo, what's the point of armoring them? That's more for machine gun fire, I guess, but not high caliber weapons, such as the ones they employ. Now we're going, I believe, for a short loading, because it seems it already has the map loaded in the RAM. That's very good, of course. That's good programming. So, AI is not excellent. Level of detail needs work, but from a technical standpoint, they made a great job. Loads fast, it looks good. It's one of the best flight simulation games we have at the moment. And that we have had for ages too. It's become such a rare genre. Now I'll also remember to move the waypoint ahead. I should have done it earlier. But why do I keep forgetting things? Okay, we'll just tank compress away and go for the best. I had the right idea, you see. I just forgot to implement it. Here it is. Here's the gyro aim inside. You see how it's made? It's really in your face. It's almost up to your nose. I believe it must have been very annoying in real life. Also, I don't know if you can govern the controls on it. Seems like an interesting piece of technology, but in game it doesn't work very, very well. Okay, see you soon. It's supposed, I believe, to take into account the movements of the plane when you aim. But what it does actually is that the reflex sights, well, we don't care that much because we can always activate the aiming aid, but if we don't, could be a problem. The reflex sights move this way and that. You see how it's easy to lose it. I don't know if you can see it on stream, but you no longer see where you're shooting at, and that's never a good thing for an aiming sight. Let's see if it says anything about it in the Wikipedia article. I guess it has a name. No, maybe I can find it on Google while we have 58 kilometers to cover, you see, so I'm trying to keep it interesting also for you guys. Geo aiming sight 262. The gyro gun sight is a modification. On the site, yeah, speaking about the site, this thing apparently, this is on the Spitfire. Ah, yeah, you can also employ it on the Allied planes. Looks fairly similar to the one I have on my plane. Let me see. Well, this is the German one, that's the British, so the deal is over there, is under. But I guess it's a similar device. A gyro gun sight is a modification of the non-magnifying reflector sight, so it's an improvement of the reflector sight. I'm also keeping an eye over the wing, but there is no enemy coming. The first examples were developed by Britain, actually. Ah, you see how it is. Let's see if it speaks specifically about the German one. German developments, of course it does. Wikipedia by now has everything. A new type, the well-proven Revi, reflex visor or reflector sight. You notice it had a leather padding on it. Let me look at it a second. I'll go and check it. This thing on top, I believe you're saying, well, it doesn't seem to be made of leather, really. Maybe the back part is leather. Texture isn't really well made. That's hard to tell. And so now the chat window is above what I'm trying to read. The right child means. Let's see what it says about leather. Nothing apparently. Usage. That's the part we care for. Ah, that's even different. Ah, no, that's where it was mounted. No, I meant it tell me how to use it. Maybe in the initial part. This looks a bit more like mine. That's Ferranti. Is that an Italian design? Probably it is. Or at least made by an Italian engineer. Prototypes were tested on the Spitfire, of course, everything was tested on it. Yes, Ferranti. No, it's a British company, so British company founded by an Italian, I guess. Still no action, 20 kilometers to the objective. The Mark II is the improved version, okay. Doesn't tell me anything at all about the use of this thing. Maybe the very first paragraph. Its leather padding is where you put your chest when you aim with your one eye. Ah, I guess we could try and reproduce it. Yeah, your chest. So, well, my chest is a bit too high compared to. You see how you can understand the workings of the sights. It's been such an experience at first when I started to play in VR, especially War Thunder, where you have a lot of different sights. The Italian planes in this regard are very surprising. They have sights where you're supposed to aim with one eye, you look into the magnifying scope. With the other eye, you have an iron sight, and you move your head to actually aim in VR. That's something you cannot do. Yeah, the cheek makes more sense, I guess. Well, we'll try to do it now, since we're above the objective. What was I supposed to boom? Now I forgot. It took so long I forgot. What was the briefing? I told you I'm forgetful. Enemy front line attack. I didn't read the briefing, that's why I forgot. The task today is to attack enemy troops and emplacements at the enemy follow line, marked by point 3. Okay, we're at point 3. That's the enemy lines, I guess. There's only 3 guys. Is that an enemy line, really? So, let's put the cheek on the inside, like this. You cannot see, but I close one eye. And now I'm going, and bombing. Who knows if I hit? I will know after one pass, I guess. Your cheek. Okay, I got it. My cheek, I know. Well, I cannot put my cheek on something that doesn't exist. You see what happens if I try. So it's all a bit philosophical in a way. I guess I'll take an aim inside, please. Yeah, the bombing help. So let's put the cheek, unless I want to be screamed at. The cheek is on the aim inside. It works better, I must tell you. Now it doesn't any long disappear. But still, you see how the tracers don't go to the place where the sight actually is pointing at. That's strange. I'll try another time. Still no enemies. I want to do a dogfight now. Ah, here they come. Okay, so while the wingmates are being completely useless at trying to shoot the enemy troops, because of course you put the cheat. You know, I actually read it wrong because it's so small. It's really testing the resolution of this headset having a chat window over there. But if I put it closer, I can no longer see the enemy. So that's pros and cons, I guess. You have to get a balance. The chest. Not the chest, the cheek. Must have been frustrating from your point of view. Here is the dreaded Tempest. 3 of them, actually. Well, we have the numbers this time. But I'm not going straight for them, because then I'd lose, almost certainly, against these monsters. Look how he climbs. I'm the one with the jet, yet he climbs better. I guess it makes sense. I'm not going straight. No. Maybe I'll chase that guy. He seems to be unaware. I sure hope that that other one cannot turn so fast that I find it. I'll put the cheek now. The cheek is on the place. 1 kilometer 80. Well, I'm gaining at him. That's good. Yesterday I couldn't even catch them. No. Still no luck though. Put the cheek on the riding. The cheek. There's a problem. I cannot actually lie on it. You see, I tend to bump my head into the driving wheel if I do. Maybe the driving wheel isn't so far from. I should actually mount something on top of it. Can you imagine it? I believe some people do it when playing VR, trying to match the surroundings to the plane. That would be an interesting experiment. What could I use to do it? Something that sort of clamps to the wheel itself. I have a couple of clamps over there, but not the piece I would need. Maybe cardboard. Is that a gun sight or 4-bomb? No, it should be for the gun. I believe it should be for the gun. You're meant to aim in the bombs by heart, I believe. There is not actually a sight. Oh, I'm gaining on Douglas. Douglas Dawson. It's your time to die. You're going to leave this cruel war and put in the cheek where it belongs, right on top of the leather pod. Now, I believe my neck could actually hurt from a while staying like so, but it's not going to be so early. You see how fast these things are. These things are faster than a jet. 3000 horsepower. Hey, the back one is in range. Well, I can easily see the shooting aid doesn't correspond to the gyro. Let's remove it. Otherwise, there's one behind. There's one behind, and that now is passing me. What a stupid thing to do. You're a stupid pilot, British man. That's my occasion. I want the shooting aid. Now that in Mandats I trust in modern technology more. No, I cannot win like this. They turn better. There's nothing you can do. He did it because he knew what he was doing, actually. You cannot win like this. Estimate the distance. LOL. I like the LOL. Really puts it to perspective, I guess. These are too far. It's not easy, bro. Maybe it looks easy to you. No, it's escaping like this. You cannot turn as well as them. So starting to feel a bit of the heat. Let me remove one layer while hoping you're not being shot down while I do. Okay, maybe little pull of the stick. Tactical jersey removal. Where are you, man? Here they are. No, these are the others from my wing. Not very aggressive, these guys. What are they doing? The chick team threw me a bit off, I must say. Maybe I won't do it this time. I believe if I had that, I would have hit. Also, if I had a normal sight, this thing, I don't understand it. Good thing we have the modern aiming sight to employ also. A bit anachronistic, but... Okay, now we're coming straight ahead, that's not good. We didn't hit each other in any time. Drawing little circles in the air so well. Ground troops are be coming for you, trust me. No, this I will lose, I know from yesterday. By fighting like this you lose. Let's go back up, that's where we belong. Up in the air, we are after all 2 rockets strapped to a plane. Yes, quite a metaphor. Which sounds me a bit, because I've been playing the Dragon Ball Fighter for my Nintendo Switch. I recently discounted it a lot. Never followed the cartoon much, but the fighter is pretty good. It's made by the same guys as BlazBlue, so I guess it's to be expected. Arc System Works, a great developer of fighting games. Simplified version of it, actually. Is that a friendly or foe? No, it's a friendly, okay. So now I've lost the enemies. Look at the map 1 second. Okay, there's one coming to the left, and one chasing that guy. The one coming from the left I guess could be a danger. No, now I no longer see it on the map. Again he's pointing straight at me because he's counting on his powerful guns. I didn't shoot. You British. I don't understand the strategy here. I'm now thinking if I could somehow put something here to mimic the shape of the... but I don't have the piece. The clamp I do, but the piece not. No, I'm too low. Ah, the flaps. Yeah, of course this thing has flaps. Here they are. Completely forgot about that. You might have noticed I don't use flaps in battle. Hey, did they... They hit me at some point. Not by much. To help you... turn... What do you mean? Like... by overturning the plane, I guess. Like you pull the stick to you while pointing at the ground, inverted. Maybe that's what you're speaking about. Because if you lower the flaps, you're increasing... how's it said in English? The desire of the plane to stay in there. The portance, maybe? We say portanza in Italiano. Its lift, let's say. The lift of the wing increases by lowering the flaps. So to utilize gravity, I guess, you mean by overturning the plane. Otherwise you wouldn't. How can you... He did it again, and this time he paid for it. He paid for it. Go back to Britain. We're saving Germany, one enemy plane at a time. That's a free kill, not much on me. Let's reward ourselves with bombing some ground targets, since that was the mission originally. No, wait, I see another. It's like the AIs don't have much resistance. After a while they get tired and they start flying badly. Yesterday it was the same. Maybe it's something they intended to actually model, but it seems a bit strange and suspect. Why would a trained pilot act like this? 10 minutes of combat and you forget about your enemy and go about your business. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, because these guys would have killed me absolutely if they kept doing the same thing. In any case, it's good for the stream. Now I lie in the cheek. 380. Too far. Gaining on it though, so he's not going full speed. If he was, I never catch him. Yeah, that's a city where I see all the smoke. That's currently on fire, it seems. Vogel, I seem to read. It's very small. Should zoom them up, but there's no time. Slightly pull into the ground and flats to combat when turning, and put it back in when you are not turning. I will try it. I will try it the next time I have the occasion. Of course, this game doesn't have a combat mode. You only lower them to various increments, so I guess combat will be about 1/3. You see how the two aiming sides have completely different opinions, and the correct one, of course, is the one calculated by the game itself. The gyro is completely wrong. In my opinion, it is. It's completely wrong. Maybe because my cheek isn't actually resting on it. Or perhaps it's modeled not correctly. That's also possible. Thank you, Nix. Maybe you're speaking about the last one. I don't know. You seem to have a pretty significant delay, unfortunately. So, as I was saying, we don't have a combat increment for the flaps. Well, I better not test it. I don't know if I can break the flaps by lowering them now. What is the name, do you reckon, of these things on the wing that move by themselves when you turn? There was a name of them. Also the BFs have them. It's a German thing, I believe. No, also some Russians employ such devices. They probably help in a turn, I guess. In any case, removing the outer layer of clothing seems to have helped. Maybe it's just like Goku. Indeed. Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters, it's called. The one on the Switch. It's also on PC, I believe. Fairly interesting game. Okay, never mind. It's a very interesting game because I believe fighting games should be simple in principle. You have these crazy complex things that only the pros can play, and it basically makes you want to play only single player. While having a game so simple, it's more fun. That's probably the reason Street Fighter 5 is so much played. You learn your combos, you're very good to go in Street Fighter 5. I tended to prefer the 4th though. I'm much of a defensive player in fighting games, so I don't play that well when you're supposed to always combo attack. And now you pay the ultimate price. Ground troops. Well, it says return to base. Let's better not risk it like I did yesterday. If I risk it, I know more tempests will come and then I'll be in trouble. Let's just go back to friendly territory. So Street Fighter 4 had this cool function where if you press two buttons together you could basically automatically defend from any attack, even special moves. And it made for a fairly interesting gameplay in my opinion. I love doing that thing, I don't remember the name. Was punch medium, kick medium. And then the player went, the fighter went like this, paw, and punch right in the face. The enemy was quite a sight to behold. I don't know why they removed it. Was a mistake in my opinion. Okay. Back in friendly territory. Let's speedrun it. I just accomplished the mission like so. Return to base. Primary target destroyed. Let's go to the next one. No time to waste. I am the commander. I want to always complete missions. Finish. So next one is enemy railway junction. This could be cool. Maybe it's the time we finally get to destroy a train, and I really enjoyed destroying trains in the older DLCs. Okay, bye Nix, thank you for showing up. Thank you for telling me about the scene mistake. I'm going to delete that scene. That's not the first time it happened. So see you soon. I hope we can play soon also. Let me know when you're available. Thank you, you're too kind. So now I not forget to move ahead the waypoint, much to everyone's interest. And that's it, I guess. Yeah, you can customize the plane after loading the mission. So the gyro gun sight will remain a mystery. I won't take it this time. I hate the gyro gun sight. The first examples were developed by Britain. Maybe the British one is better. I should test the gyro gun sight of the Spitfire 9. It is in the game, I believe. Unfortunately, this tells us not. It says it works with a series of prisms. Also was on bomber turrets. Okay. The pilot gun erratic mirror. Ah, yeah. It also says it was kinda hard to keep the cheek on the aiming sight itself while you're maneuvering this way and that. I can imagine it. That's very likely. Completely impossible by far in VR where you're lying your head on nothing, thin air basically. So perhaps that's actually detrimental to the enjoyment of the game as it is. Unless that is you can build something in front of you that reproduces it. So let's look at the customization. No gyro bomb sight. But the fuel regulating valve, I guess you better put it. The armor modification, in my opinion, are not worth it. I don't see why you should remove the inner cannons. It also gives you less ammo. It doesn't seem useful. Now let's go back to the usual configuration. So apparently we're now going to bomb a train. I hope it will be a long train. Well, it's a junction, in fact. I hope there will be a train. If there even isn't a train, I'll be happy already. Let's look at the stream. Is everything correct? Yes. Now I cover it with Wikipedia, so that doesn't help. I better remove Wikipedia from there. We have 6 kilometers to cover in any case. Okay, and now I can check that everything is working. Priority on the window is correct. Good. 20 kilometers. Well, 18. I see red on the map. What is this? Ground units. Almost halfway. Again, we're going for a mission. Well, it's a bit past where we were before. Location of the 2nd British Army. I guess we're going to hurt their logistics quite a bit by destroying a train junction. The sun in our eyes isn't going to help. See a lot of smoke. Don't tell me the junction is inside the city. No, it's right by it, I believe. No, it's in the smack middle of it. How will my fun to see mission? I never bombed a town in this game. We'll also make us war criminals, I believe. We're actually bombing around town since we're Germans. So that's the train junction. I can see nothing there. Maybe that's a train, yes. Some ground unpleasant. You have no idea the feeling of vertigo you have when you look like this in VR in this game, in any case. War Thunder not as much, but Sturmovik has a very good sense of depth perception. Makes you feel almost like the ground is sucking you in. It's incredibly immersive and a bit scary to say the truth. I'll use the shooting assist for the first run, at least. So we don't risk. Already they bomb. This time they're doing the job. Let me see. Bomba, bomba, bomba. Well, it's doing like 2 frames per minute, so I cannot understand much what's going on. But, primary objective in progress. I see no kills, strangely enough. I'm sure I hit that thing. I see a lot more smoke. We aren't helping the war refugees situation. Well, with all these buildings, I guess it's also a bit down to luck whether you hit your target or not. Let's try and strafe it also. Whatever the hell it is. I have labels, but they don't tell me what it is. Imagine doing this mission without labels. You will never find the target. I don't even know what I'm shooting at. That's a train, I guess. I see a longish thing. Bomb. Yeah, that's a train. Well, it was pieces of a train, I believe. Let's destroy also the ground emplacement. Well, not more than this. Bound to be dangerous. So, I destroyed one railroad car. Well, better than nothing. It's a beginning, I mean. What's the mission? Return to base. That's all it took, apparently. Well, a train is a string of things. You destroy one of the things, the string is broken. I guess they cannot repair or reattach carriages. Now the whole city is burning. I'm sorry, my guys. This is war after all. Well, it was a fairly desperate war at this point. The Germans were all but doomed. Look at the arc of the cannon shots, very realistic. And too flat, however. I don't know if I will hit anything. Yeah, I hit a house that was already destroyed. Well, actually I destroyed another railroad car, but probably I had destroyed it in the previous pass. Let's say return to base, yeah. I'm a bit disappointed because it was fun. Let's do one final pass. Maybe this time I'll go less in a flat manner and more in a dive. Let's gather up altitude. Luckily this plane is extremely good at it. Now going a bit slow, 150. But it's all good since we'll soon initiate lowering our altitude and training it for speed. What are they doing, these guys? Going for another pass too. Good. I like the shape, the overall shape of the city. It's very interesting, diamond shaped. I guess it makes sense. You have the main road, then the city grows sort of like that, and then the other way too. But a bit less. Maybe the other road is more important. Modern cities are like that. Ancient cities are the other way around, the squares, because they had walls, you see. They had to defend from their enemies. Now you can no longer defend from the enemies. I believe it hit. Chat comments available on the stream. What is that? Nix, what are you doing? That's magic to me. I know nothing about Facebook streaming yet. I sure it hit. But apparently it didn't count. I saw the bomb going right at the top. I wish I saw also the explosion, but the game is like that, so you cannot tell really. I also see the Tempest are showing up. Yeah, they finally arrived. What do you say? Should we go for a little fight? Well, I guess at this point there is no reason not to. This was an easy mission. We can easily complete it the second time and skip ahead if I fail. But let's do at this one, try to bring down some of these birds. We also have the numbers. Wherefore, there are 3. Or at least 3 is the ones I see. Now, I'm higher than the one on the left. Now I don't have this stupid gyro sight, so it will be surely easier. No, cannot make the turn in time. Gunther seems to be in a bit of a pickle. Why is he going so straight down? I guess that guy is already finished. Yeah. No, you killed Gunther. You killed... No, you didn't kill Gunther. Good. I was getting very attached to that guy. The commander has to send all the letters to the families. I don't want to have to write it in German too. I don't speak German, so it's bound to be difficult. Easy, easy, don't black out on me now. Ah, I have more energy. I'm gaining. Also, no gyro gun sight to make me miss my shot. But I cannot make the turn. Well, for now, in any case. Look how much this thing look like Spitfires. When you're looking from under them, this is bound to be a problem in multiplayer where you don't have the labels, because if you mistake one for the other, you're in big trouble. These are like 2 times as fast as a Spitfire. 3000 horsepower. You can imagine that engine must have been humongous. I guess that guy's finished. Okay, I don't know his name. I hope it isn't Gunter. Whoever he is as good as dead. Bye, man. Thank you for serving your country to the very end. And now I will achieve revenge. But will I really? Not yet. This thing is so slow to turn. And now I cannot fight against him because he turns so much better. I better go back in the sky. The wings are basically the same thing as the Spitfire wings. I believe they also work mostly the same way, but the engine is completely different. It's a beast, it's a monster. We also got some ranks on the name of this guy. Maybe it's the commander of their wing. I guess it means he will have to die first, if I can catch him, that is. Hi Nicholas, thank you for liking my post. $72, $60, and now I'm shooting Arthur. It's like the Arthurian legend, let him die with style. Yeah, here goes the wing. Here goes the wing. And all its streams of glory. Down to its watery grave. He goes. Fairy folks are waiting for his soul and so on and so on. Where is the enemy? Where is the enemy? Behind. Starting to get the hang of this Skvalbe thing. I spoke too soon. That's terrible danger. My god, I don't have the speed to get away from him now. But maybe he's going too fast for his own good. My god, it's so slow to accelerate. Where am I going? Not even 400. Now I have to go back in the sky. That's my only hope at this point. Not behind, mind you, because the stupid AI pilots, I guess the players won't give us the same pleasure later in the stream. Not that I'll be able to fly this online, I believe. That at least yesterday there wasn't any game allowing for it. Any match, I mean. Let's hope today there are. He's coming head on. That's not very advantageous. I think I might have killed that guy. Have you seen the wings going? Did some damage, that's for sure. I can no longer see him. Cannot be already on the ground. Let's see the number of kills. One plane, so I guess not. Okay, tell you what, now there is no one around, let's go back to we're also farther from the base, from the friend lines, so it's bound to be dangerous already. I will try to go ahead with the stream now, to the next mission. It also gives me a chance to go and look. The instruments of this plane actually work, because there is so many of them. Well, all the ones to the right are probably for the two engines. It is a twin engine plane after all. Okay, now it's auto leveling. I like how the bombs mimic the engines themselves. Two engines, two bombs. Which we didn't need to drop. So about the Skvalbe. Maybe we can find a rundown of the cockpit. Yeah, I like the one where you see all the data of it. Like this. Here it is. Well, here it would be if Google Image hadn't started to suck recently. Can I open this thing? Apri immagine. Why is he screaming angry in German to me? Do we have anything dangerous around? No. I might also tell these guys to go back home, by the way. Flight order. Not that they listen, but in any case, F7. So I should be able to zoom this. Kinda sucks. Very much does. Well, you can't tell one element from the other. No, it's not. No, it's not going to work. Doesn't cut it. Maybe the best one would be one for the game itself. It usually is. No, I can't find anything. Not in a short timely manner in any case. We're now 72 kilometers to base. But try like so. Cockpit, run down. So I want to give it to me. Now we better turn our attention back to the game. I look for it later. Well, many things you can understand. I mean, this is the speedometer. This is the altitude. The altitude works like the other on the older German planes. It tells you about the climb rate. This I don't know. Maybe it's navigation. Yes, it looks like a VAR. Horizontal situation display. All the stuff about the engine. So this is RPM, I believe. Engine flow, fuel flow. These two things down there are the ammo indicators. The BFs also have it. There isn't much mystery to it, actually. I would have thought it was bad, but it was worse. They're also conveniently labeled, well, in German, but I can understand what gas drag is meant to mean. It's probably the fuel flow. Gas temperature is also easy. It's basically the same as English. Skimmer Stoffdruck is a bit more of a game, but I wish I spoke some German now. Spritzdruck is also sounds a bit funny. Well, there's two of them, so it's also pertaining to the engine. I know this little lever right here. Well, I don't think you can maneuver that. This isn't this, yes. Well, I'm in full friendly territory. Let's just complete the mission and go to the next one. It's completed in any way. We have only to be satisfied with it. 2 planes, 4 vehicles, 2 railroads. Well, it was a fairly successful mission to say the least. And now, let's see what it gives us. I'll keep going with the Squall, but it's such a cool plane. Let's see what it gives us. I want to also play the Tempest in any case. Do a Tempest career. They're the 2 big new planes in the expansion after all. You also have the American forces that are completely new. But these are less advanced plane, in my opinion at least. You have the Jag and you have the P-52, I think it's called. The one with the Merlin engine in any case. They're good planes. They may be among the planes that actually won the war, but they're not as scientifically advanced as this one and the Tempest. They almost seem from another age. Cloudy weather. 1700s. Your roster has been assigned. Yeah, we lost some pilots. Didn't even read their names. Good, now we don't have to write the letter to the families. So, what do we have here? No, not the unit HQ. Pending missions. Enemy troops... No, we already did it. We just did it. I'm not in the mission in any case. I don't know why. Well, more for the better. We'll go for the enemy artillery positions attack. At least it's different. Paul von Schleicher will fly that. He flies whatever the hell he pleases, since he is the commander. So we're going to see the waypoints for mission 2. Enemy artillery position attack. You clip that, okay. Thank you, Sneaks. Still I don't have many clips on my channel, it's very appreciated. Okay, starting at point 2. Enemy artillery position. Should we try again with these blasted rockets? I will put the rockets on the plane. In any case, I got most of the kills by strafing, so the rockets would make sense, I guess. That is, if I manage to use them properly. And now, he calculated the other mission. Let's start our own. The artillery attack. Again, near the city of Wegel. What the hell is that thing in front of that ME262? Looks like deer antlers. What is this? It's a model. What is this? Now it's showing me the splash screen for the other mission, apparently the one where you bomb the train. That I'm not going to do this time. No, it's written too small, I cannot see it in VR. Okay, here we are. Starting right by the objective. But I'll pick the rockets this time, because I want to make my life difficult. No gyro downside though, that I won't pick. 24 mini rockets. They're very small. Okay, see you later, Nix. Thank you again. Here we are. Remove the pose. Thank you, Novelas. The Canadian army is over there. I guess we'll have to be very careful. There's the Canadian army on the scene. I think they did a lot of useful things during the war. This is the final part when, at this point, basically all of the allies were sharing the glory of capturing Germany. And good thing they managed to. Now the situation in the Pacific was still quite different. I wish we could have a Pacific theater scenario of this game. Imagine how cool with the plane carriers. Taking off for a plane carriers in this game would rock. It's too bad they already announced the new DLC will be about the Battle of Normandy. I mean, that's an interesting setting. Of course it is. But imagine a Pacific theater one. They will make it eventually. This thing sells. Despite the high price, this thing sells. There isn't really anything like it on the market. War Thunder Simulation mode comes close in some instances. Maybe multiplayer is even better, but it doesn't have a career mode and doesn't have these graphics. Most of all, the graphics of War Thunder is years from this. So these, I guess, are the ground emplacements. Shoot the rockets already. We have infinite ammo. Who cares? Rockets, rockets. Well, I broke one. I'm sure I broke one. Doesn't count it for some reason. Why it doesn't give me point? I saw it go up in flames. These missiles don't go... These rockets, I mean. Look at the enemies. My god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tempests. That's very, very bad. I'll try to preserve my speed and go back upwards. Now, this is a situation I wouldn't be worried about if this was the standard run of the mill Sturmovik. But these things are so dangerous and overpowered even compared to the German Squadron that I'm a little bit worried. Might be the hardest mission yet. 5 Tempests. We should be 5 also, so it's even. Gordon Russell. So you know what makes it so enjoyable, this new campaign? The very fun, the very role display in place. The fact that you are both a ground attacker and a fighter makes it much more interesting, because when you play ground attack missions in the original Sturmovik, which are probably my favorite, you ended up driving these slow lumbering Russian Sturmoviks. Oh shit. I'm on fire already. This thing doesn't have a fire extinguisher, right? So I guess I'm screwed. Yeah, I also lost control. It's getting a bit hot. I'm feeling some warmth coming. I don't know why. What do you reckon might be the reason? And this is my death, I guess. Broken in half. My Lord Almighty is broken in half. Okay, let's start the mission. We'll start at the waypoint, so it won't take long. So this time I guess I won't go straight for the objective. I try to keep high, since so many enemies are showing up. All you need is a single hit from the Tempest to completely destroy the Skvalb. I sure hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. As I said, I don't speak German. I like the word, but I don't know if I pronounce it correctly. Maybe Skvalbe, I don't know. Yeah, I'll go to the desktop view, thank you. And we have two loading screens, one chosen by the game, the other chosen by me. Okay. How's the armament? No, I don't want these rockets. I cannot hit anything with the rockets. Bomb load. Let's try the back armor. Tell you what. Let's be unpredictable. I pick the back armor this time. One bomb will be enough. We have unlimited ammo in any case. We might as well make the plane lighter, since it's a magical regenerating bomb. And now time compression. Time compress away. So we'll be there in a second. I also already gain altitude. Seems to be crucial to this kind of engagements. I need... What are you doing? No, it doesn't go straight up like this. I'm too slow. 300 now. Should have used the external view. Actually, they're going both higher and faster than me now. The wingmates, I mean. So now going 300. What is the vertical speed indicator? What is this one, maybe? No, just look at the altimeter. I seem to be losing very steadily altitude. Ah, yeah. You see why? The throttle wasn't aligned like I had put it. This sucks. I don't know why. Now it's working. Okay. Of course I was going down. The throttle closed completely. This isn't very helpful to the beginning of the mission. And now I have trouble gathering speed. It also said this about the plane on Wikipedia, that it had a slow response to the increase of speed. Yeah, here comes the enemy. But at least I won't go for the dive. But I'm much lower than I would have liked. Oh, the throttle is open, okay. At least that's sorted. So many of them. Let's remove the time compression now. Yeah, remove it. Ah, they're more than us. But the fact that I'm so low might actually off-put them, because they're going for my friends now, not me. Here comes just one. The sun doesn't help. It never helps, the sun. I know they're also losing altitude, so it will bring them back to my zone of interest, but there's so many. I don't know how we can complete this. Maybe this is the mission where you're actually supposed to retreat, you know, not destroy the objective. They're not scripted after all. Well, this one I believe is mine. One less. Come on, there is one less now. Also, I don't like... I don't see many good things in this guy's future. Midward. Now he's getting a little fixated on my wingman. And maybe that would be enough. Oh, you have 3 behind. There are too many. Can make a turn at this tight. Yes, the parachute of the guy. Nilward, here I come again. Nilward, stand guard. Engard, Nilward. No, not fast enough. You see again the slow response to low altitude acceleration. Hey, Barry! Suddenly comes up Barry, and maybe a Barry leads the match already, I don't know. He seems to be going straight down after that salvo. Good. So now we're evening the odds a little further. Jaeger! Did you just say Jaeger? Quick corkscrew maneuver. The frame rate of the game is taking a hit, I believe, because of all these ground units. I'm going, well, a bit below 45. There is no computer in existence, I believe, that can run this game at full performance. Wasn't made for VR originally, you see. But it pays off, in my opinion. Wouldn't have such cool graphics as it was. Most made for VR games don't look that good, actually. Including the one that is coming out in a few days. Boneworks is very simple from a graphics standpoint. Not so much from the very logic of the game. That one that's interesting, let me tell you. We'll be playing it on stream for sure. But the first true AAA game for VR, I believe, will be the one from Valve. Or so it seems. No, I'm wasting all my energy. I cannot turn after this guy. Let's try and point for this. Seems like a more proficient endeavor. Now quickly gaining. Gordon Russell. You speak of Half-Life, you see a guy named Gordon. Must be a sign that Half-Life 3 is right around the corner. Who's shooting at me? The stars call for it. Come on, how can you miss? How could I miss? No, again it's gone away. You cannot chase in a turn with the Skvalb. Let's bomb these troops, they're so exposed. No, wait a minute. That's even more inviting. Here comes the plateau, I knew it was coming. After a while, the enemy pilots lose interest. In my opinion, it could even be an artificial intelligence bug. They stop chasing you. What is this guy supposed to be doing? Well, that other guy is chasing their friendly unit. But Christopher Watts is just sort of flying there, doing nothing. Yet he's so damn fast I cannot catch up to him. What to do? I cannot save him. It's too late. Might as well chase the same. Now he's on range. Better without that thing. Aiming makes more sense like this. The fact that you cannot chase in a turn completely transforms combat. You see how it is. And the other one of course tries to get you while you do this. Luckily they're not very good because they're not real players, but I can imagine using this plane in multiplayer will be hard. So it's about time we went and started multiplayer after this mission, I guess. No, I'm not much too slow. Below 300, that's not enough. Try and accelerate more. It's a big lumbering thing, it's a big plane. Nothing like the fighters from the other nations. I think the British had a plane that worked also like this, twin-engine multi-role. I don't remember the name. It was powered by 2 Merlin engines. Maybe the Typhoon. Oh shit. Oh shit. But it wasn't a jet, of course. It had Merlin engines. Yet I've heard some people saying it probably was the best British plane of the war. Completely underrated. Well, if it had this kind of agility and maneuverability, I don't know about it. Imagine this without jet engines, even worse. Of course, we haven't done the thing that this plane was best at, that is intercepting bombers. Maybe the scenario we're playing doesn't have mission for intercepting bombers, but I've heard that's the job the squad was better at. Because it came so suddenly. It could go down like a falcon or hawk and destroy the bombers before the escort could do anything. But now comes again Neil Ward that doesn't relent. Still many. I killed 2, but still many. Maybe this is my chance. I got him. Yeah, I got him. Another one is gone. Good. There is still hope. That's my nemesis, Neil Ward. And I crashed into him. And it's a huge explosion. No, I told you that was my nemesis. We killed each other. It's like the ending from Chas Counterattack. It was too much for the war to end. Okay, I will just restart the mission so it doesn't save my death. And then I'll go to multiplayer, while hoping we can indeed find a match allowing the use of this plane. We will have of course a longer track to the objectives, because in multiplayer I don't have a time compression. And also I don't know if I'll be able to fly the same plane. Let's hope so. I see that the sun has gone out. Let's go with natural lighting. Wait a second. While exiting the mission, just open my tent like this. And turn off the lamp. Back on track. Yeah, should be better. So I was saying, multiplayer. Let's go to multiplayer. A disappointing ending. I almost made it and then I crashed into the guy. Multiplayer. Maybe he crashed into me. So we have the usual 2 servers. Well, the only one is populated. You see how it is. I feel as much. Only Wings of Liberty. Let's go to Wings of Liberty. But it's not going to have the squad, I believe. At least it hadn't yesterday. It's an earlier scenario. But let's see how it goes. Maybe we'll fly a Russian plane. Perhaps the Spitfire would be fun to fly in multiplayer. I'll try to go to the Allied side. That's a bit of a game also, because when you choose the side you cannot change it in a single multiplayer match. So if I go Allies, even if it's a more modern scenario, I won't be able to use the jet. But also I would enjoy flying the Tempest, so that's okay. It's It's the usual map they run on this server. In theory, it's the German map. Am I wrong? The failure of the operation below. And yes, it should be. So maybe there is some hope. Tell me on Vasiliev. No, I see German names. No, it's German versus Russia. It's not going to have the more modern planes. Let's start in the northern part of the map. Let's see what we have. The usual Russian planes. Tell you what, let's take off in one and see how it goes. I'll pick either the lag. Let's pick the lag. I like the lag. Well, this is a big dial back in technology, I guess, but we'll be online. So that's also fun. Just one sortie and see how it goes. If it's boring, as it might well be, we go back to single player. Unfortunately, sometimes it's boring. Depends on the game. Depends on how lucky you are. Okay, to start this thing you have to open the throttle a little. This is completely realistic. When you play multiplayer there are no compromises, so you have to do everything correctly. You press the startup procedure button and then open the throttle a bit, put mixture to the max and wait and pray that it actually starts, but it should. But you also don't have external views or the ability to move your head farther than it would be possible in real life, which actually sucks in VR because it makes your head disconnected from the pilot's one. I guess it's necessary, otherwise you'll be able to look through the floor, for instance. And yet, accelerating, release brake, let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's moving, so it's all good. The lag isn't very easy to control on the ground because these Russian planes didn't have differential brakes nor a locking tail wheel, so you have to be very gentle with the rudder, otherwise you risk going into a spin. It's not a completely impossible situation. That should be that's the runway. So brake a little, make the turn, easy now, don't turn too much. It also pulls a lot to the right, that's to be expected in propeller driven planes. A bit more, open the throttle again. Okay, it seems to be... I forgot one little thing, I should have increased the RPMs. It's done by hand in this plane, good thing I remember it now. Maybe it was better that I hadn't increased it earlier. Wait for an easier track to the runway, and now the lag is taking off. In multiplayer this time, let's see how it goes. Where's the gear? No, the button for the gear I have it on the keyboard in this game. There is also the usual problem. The chat window covers the technical messages that are very useful in this mode. I'll have to move the chat window. That's easily done. Wait a second, I stabilize my plane there. I alt tab to it. So we are heading for the enemy zone. Now activating self-stabilizing autopilot. It's working. Give me the desktop overlay and the chat window overlay, and this one goes a bit more to the right, and I guess also up, like this. Let's see if it still covers it. Yeah, because you have to move it further to the right, actually. Okay, now a little threat to the screen. Well, it's not so bad. I should be able to read your messages even better because they look bigger, but you have to move your head more. Hey, I'm no longer aligned, and also the game has bugged out because it has that forced perspective. That's bound to be a problem. Why it is programmed like this? I cannot center it now. Maybe if I open the canopy, I hope you can close it back. It doesn't open. My head is stuck in the canopy. This makes for a fairly interesting flight. What can I do now? You suck. That's why it's programmed like this. There is nothing I can do about it. But there is also something that's strange. I don't think I have the correct priority on the window. Wait a second, maybe it's not all lost. It's bugged out. But this is totally the game's fault. Doesn't respawn. You suckers. Nothing I press does anything. Let's try to minimize this again. There isn't very much I can do. This sucks. We're finally in the air. Yeah, you have no control of the plane. Absolutely. It's like I cannot get priority. Close some windows. Maybe it will make a difference. Close this. Close this. Alt tab to something else. Alt tab back to the game. Still nothing. This is the troubleshooting of ages. What can I do? Stupid game. Stupid. I'm stuck in the canopy. Ah, okay, they killed me. They took me out of my misery. This incredibly sucks. You lucky guy. Now I guess I'll have to restart the game even. Doesn't respawn. Well, now at least the chat window is in the correct position. Shall we try another go? There's always a technical problem with each stream. I cannot do one where there is no problem. I don't know if let's try at least once more. The Il-2 is still running. Yeah, I can see it's still running. I don't know why it is, but it is. Let's go to Task Manager. Il2.exe. Go away. Be gone with you. Horrible piece of software after I spoke so well of you. It's coming. I will never say you're good again, lest you betray. Once more, like so. Dogfight. Same server, only 20 players. But they seem active enough. That guy didn't accept me. Tell you what, since we're starting over, we might as well pick a different plane. I'll go with a ground attack plane. I like the role in the last 40 minutes or so. Let's go with well, but all the bases are under attack currently. Every single base. No longer shows like so. I want to drive the PA. Let's go with the PA. I hope for the best. Want both bombs and rockets, thank you. I wanted to use this plane the other day, couldn't. Let's try and do it today. With the blister turret, of course. No less. Plus it's got a roomier cockpit, so I guess my head won't get stuck in it. So I hope. Strange video game logic could betray me. And I'll open the throttle a bit also. You see how easy it is to aim at targets on the ground in this plane. It's completely unlike the Me-262. That one you cannot see anything on the ground. Here, even a transparent floor. Starting left engine. I'd love to do the startup procedure on the Squalb, but not server online uses it. Not the right one. Come alive, man. Second engine. Start valve open. Where is the runway? That way, I guess. In the airfield area of the Verne Pogromnovie, spot the enemy plane by increasing the RPMs. 70, 80, 90. It's that wheel over there, 100%. This shouldn't pull to the right as much because it's twin engine. So of course the propellers are counter-rotating. I believe that is the downway, or so I hope. In any case, that's where I made it. I wish I could brake with the pedals like the German planes. This makes it much more difficult. Doesn't want to turn this thing. Turn a bit more, come on. I'm not going to alt tab to anything this time, just in case it glitches out again. Yeah, it's turning kinda. It's a bit of an heavy plane. Lowering the flaps a bit for taking off. Be better, I guess. Should be enough space, I hope. Well, this is much bigger even than the Squalb. Turn a bit more, turn a bit more. And now open the throttle completely. Start accelerating. It isn't starting to accelerate. Why? No, it is. It's also going... Why does it spin like so? Oh, there is something strange. Yeah, the pedals are not calibrated. What is going on today? Look at the pedals. They're completely... I'm holding them straight, yet they're not calibrated. So. Plane engine. Oh, also shut off the engine. Thank you. You're too kind. Fuck you. Oh, it came out. Plane controls. What's your problem? Rather trim? No. Plane control, yo. It's correct here. It's correct. Now it's correct also in game. But I have to start the engine again. This is the last attempt. I'll go back to multiplayer, to single player if it keeps doing so. It's impossible to play like this. I don't know what happened today. Maybe the patch broke some planes. Always with the technical difficulties. But this is starting. No, it was shutting off, because of course it wasn't shut off. It just shut off itself. Okay, now it's actually starting. Gear indicator lights on, generator on. First engine, magneto, 1, 2. What's that? What's a flare? They're attacking the base, I guess. Pretty nice situation to stand here on the runway like this. Stop, you damn plane. Ah, there's another one. He's the one that started with me. Seems to be having problem too if it's not yet in there. And there's a little guy. We'll follow the little guy if the other engine comes alive. Eventually should. Here it is. Now increase the RPMs to the max. Cannot do it yet. Look at him doing loop-the-loops. Okay, not the only one having trouble with this blasted airplane. The RPM is to the max. Now, open the throttle. Turn a bit. The pedals are okay. Such a hassle to take off in bombers. I guess it's realistic in a way, but still. Finally going. Right, what's up there? Very convenient. We are gunner view. Where are we going? 150. This takes off at about 200 if I'm not wrong. 150. Yeah, look at that guy. Use the complete runway. It's a heavy plane. 20. Go. Finally, we're already overheating. Open the radiators. Raise the gear. Raise the flaps. Don't pull the stick too much. Yeah, better not. I want to crash and have to do that again. But let's start turning towards the end. I wish I still saw the friend. My god, you have to use a softer touch. What a contraption of a plane. Why am I smoking so much? Is this normal? Speed is too low. 200, come on, it won't fall at 200. Now I completely regret my plane's choice. Yet this can be very powerful once above the enemy objective, so I try to reach it. Main problem here being that someone could intercept me. You're not completely a sitting duck in this once you gather up speed. Why is he smoking so much? The engine is not overheating nor damaged. The engine, well, the engines. This will also make it easier to spot me. Maybe it's an atmosphere thing. Maybe it's the temperature, I don't know. We're heading towards the vehicles in Dubovi. Won't take longer, trust me. Once you get the speed, this thing is fast. Now going over 300, look at this. It was even slower with the other plane. I wanted to go for a change of pace, but it seems to turn out a bit boring. After this one, we're playing single player again, trust me. In any case, I'm in there by now, I better try and complete the mission at least. And sorry, it's all because of the technical problems I've encountered. I should be over the objective already. It's a bit unpredictable in this way. Why am I still overheating? The engine radiator is completely open now. I'll try to reduce the mixture maybe. And the RPMs. It's overheating. And that's I guess the reason it's smoking. That's the wrong wheel. Drop mode, pair, hold, single. No, drop it single. Nothing, it's overheating. So I'm still smoking I guess. Indeed I am. Completely open radiator. Why is it overheating? Reduce the RPMs. It's not reducing the RPMs. That's the landing gear button. Oh, it's reducing them. Put it at, I guess, 80. Close the throttle. Something wrong with this blasted plane. Well, we got to the objective in any case. Let's do a run, then I'll go back to something more modern. No, but you see how easily you can aim for the objective. We'll get to it. I don't know if we'll make it back, since it's already overheating. So we are looking for vehicles. You don't have labels in multiplayer. Just one run, I promise. I wanted to play the Bodenblatte planes in multiplayer, but there wasn't a server using them. What's this ominous lack of sound? Where is the enemy? Where is the enemy? No, okay, the engine still works. I was getting worried from you. They already bombed them, it seems. That's a truck, I guess. Yeah, but the plane is acting strangely. I guess the plane... Yeah, no, let's leave it at that. I don't know, there's something strange. They either changed something with the plane or the service back. I have no idea. It completely overheated itself, despite having opened the radiator and the end it crashed. I have no idea, sorry guys. I'll play a quick dogfight, just to wake us up, then go back to single player. The dogfight you can do with some of the planes in Bodenblatte. Not all, but some are in. This is also multiplayer. Sorry for failing at that. I have no idea what happened, sincerely. Now, we can fly the Tempest. Go for the Tempest. Multiplayer dogfight. Hispano Mar 5. Saber with the boost. Saber is the name of the engine, you see. Start. Just wanted to show something different to you guys. It didn't work. I guess that's also within the specs of possibilities. Okay, now we're online. We're online, no labels. We look for the enemy by sight. Supposed to shoot Axis planes. This is the thing that gave me so much trouble earlier. The Tempest. Amazing British dogfighter from the later stage of the war. Currently going. What's the speed? 280, I guess. These are miles though. Of course they're miles, it's a British plane. Let's check if that's an enemy. Looking for German or Italian planes, I guess. First engine overheating. Open the... Ah no, it's boosted mode. Otherwise I'd open the radiator. But it's not already overheating. 3000 horsepower don't overheat that easily. Well, they could in theory, but not in this case. Does that look German to you? Couldn't actually get an idea. Also, we have American planes now, so it's different. That looks very Russian. The shape of the wing kinda gives it away. Look at the size of the propeller of this plane, it's definitely bigger. Than the average. Now I have to tell which is the enemy. That's Russian, that's the enemy, but he's now gone. That's an American plane, almost certainly. Not an enemy of mine. No. British? That's a Spitfire, isn't it? Well, it's not German by any stretch of the imagination. See how much more difficult it is when you don't have the labels handily helping you to ID the enemy. German, here comes the German. And single shot on my Hispano guns would be enough, I guess. He's a player, mind you, and we're no longer playing single player. Shoot. I clipped the wing, yeah. He's in lack of the leftmost part of the rightmost part of his plane. Also now falling, I guess. That's my first player kill of the day. Good. Should score for it. Well, if there is justice in this world, I should score for it. I clip his wing, he's falling down, I guess. And indeed I did. 1 point. First player kill of the day. I destroyed a BF-109, doesn't tell me the name. But there are some players in the enemy team, so I guess he should have been an actual player. What do we have here? 2 planes. I show you the power of the British Tempest. Okay, one is down. Let's see if that's the enemy. This mode of gameplay is a great way for training yourself to telling friends from foes. That looks German, for instance. No, I'm blacking out. And now they shot me from behind. I'm wounded. A life for a life, I guess. At least I did get one. Did I break that guy? No. Okay, well, but I see the viewers keep going down, so maybe you liked... I don't know, because no one ever tells me. I have no comments except for one guy, but I believe you like the single player mode more. Let's go back to the campaign. It was fun after all. Let's see if I can complete a mission before the end of the stream. Still have some time. I guess it's got more of a new feeling playing the career of the DLC. Yes. It's already set up correctly, I guess. We're repeating it after all. So it was the one where a lot of tempests do come. So I guess all these viewers were all because of the coolness factor of the Mate 262. Let's go back to the Mate 262, I guess. I also enjoyed it greatly. Still got about another 40 minutes. Well, it's not too short. I should be able to complete the mission. Look at that group's name, Les Couleurs. Les Couleurs, the French, I guess. Interesting bomber design, that one. What is that? The BF 109, 110, 110, I mean. 110. Should be. Not sure though. It's almost loaded. Now, open the throttle at once, hoping it doesn't do anything strange like before, and it doesn't seem to. So I decide for the jet in maximum tire compression, head straight to the sky, for as long as I can, of course, losing too much speed now. 400, 350, 300. See the altitude, 2000 and 70, I guess. How does it work? It makes a turn, then the big number goes up, so it must be 2000. Ah no, okay, it gets to 10 when it makes a circle, so it's 2004 now. 2400s, rapidly increasing. Here are the tempests, sworn enemies of the German pilot. isolated over there and much lower than me. Sounds like my perfect chance. So you see, we learn a useful lesson now. Maybe. I already should have learned it ages ago, but it's not that good to play multiplayer in this game unless you know exactly what you're going to do. Too many surprises can ultimately ruin your enjoyment. War Thunder is much more engaging in that respect. This is more for single player. I would leave, at least on stream, I would leave multiplayer to War Thunder in the future. There you know, basically you almost always know how long it will take to encounter the enemy, what can go wrong. Whereas in this, everything can happen basically, like it did. Okay, one down. So it's I guess more satisfying to play like this. We get more kills against the AI. Now going back up, as I want to do. Martin Ziegler. What are you doing? What are they doing? Lazily turning. C-22 kilometers to the jetty, mind you. The other time they came later. Maybe that's the reason so many came at once. We better thin their number now while we still can. We make for an easier mission later on. Rapidly approaching. Looks good. I believe it's going down also. Apparently not. Come on. Yeah. broken completely. Careful with this debris. The debris can actually take you down in this game. You better watch out. Take you to the few guys that remain in the stream after the accident with the online mode. I guess you are my best fan. Crossing the enemy lines now. Almost there. I already destroyed a couple of Tempests, so it's getting a bit more manageable, I think. What weapons was I carrying? For ground attack? Ah yeah, the usual 2 bombs. I really completed the mission. That's good. So. Let's employ a conscious approach. I'll go for just another pass maybe, but then try to retreat since we already got our air kills. Oppure amici. Damn allergies. No, I'm off center. But I guess the bombs, maybe the splash damage for the bomb will still get the vehicle. We never know. I'll go away now before the Tempest come. But before the other Tempest come. Strangely enough, I didn't get the ground kill, yet he completed the mission. Maybe some aren't counted. Complete both primary and secondary. Let's go to the next mission. No need to linger here. This is the one that led to our downfall earlier, after all. Here's the enemy. Here's the rest of the enemy. I see it on the map, I don't see it in the sky. Because they're way higher. I better climb too. So we'll have to fight after all. And this is a good position to find ourselves in. They're so much higher. There's just 3 of them, so it's not as bad as before. I already killed the other 2 before they had the opportunity to join up. Here's my vehicle key, you see, I did get it. They're so much higher and faster. 300 now. Let's try and tell the friendlies to engage. Not that they listen usually. Hi Gore, thank you for liking my post. Welcome to stay with us for a while. 120, of course. Now I'm saying obvious things. In a turn, that's definitely faster. But I'm slowly gaining on that guy. It's not going to work. Go for a steep turn. Let's also lower the flaps, like Nix told me earlier. Seems to actually help on doing this maneuver. Yeah, lower the flaps. I wish I knew what combat position means. Now about 1/3 of the way down. I'm afraid they might break. That's so fragile in War Thunder. In fact, now they're not coming back up, and this makes me very worried. Why don't the flaps no longer work? This one is finished. Well, maybe. Let's give it the final shot. No. Well, okay, what's that already? No, the flaps are not coming back up. I don't know why. Okay, I guess the flaps are stuck like that. That's combat position, I guess. Well, it better be, since they're not moving from there. Why are my flaps stuck? These Germans, I tell you. Overrated. Overrated engineering. Wish I could go there and hammer them into place, but now I guess I won't. No, neither up nor down. Okay. Maybe that's another bug. It's a bit buggy, this expansion. Well, not the expansion, the patch coming with it, I believe. I don't know, because if they broke, they should have told me. It didn't tell me anything. I keep pressing the flap button, but does nothing. No, it's not going to work. But now we're good aligned. Yeah, the wing is going one way, the plane the other. That's a good sign for us. And a bad one for him. No, there's only one left, right? Well, starting to look good again. Finally, we're back on the saddle of the stream. And the thing with simulators, you can't expect to be able of doing everything at the same time. I tended to use the PA2 proficiently in the past, but apparently they changed something in the engine management. Also the fact that I was bugged with the other plane didn't help. Not doing that again anytime soon in any case. We better go ahead with the career. No, you escaped me. Cannot out-turn him. I already know it all too well. Let's try to gather speed again. Look at this guy. Gunther! He's Gunther! He's still alive! Gunther is still alive, that's good to know. He's the one I feel more attached to. He's attacking me. That guy. No, maybe not. Is that behind him Gunther? Gunther won't fail me, I know. No, Gunther is behind. I know the name of the other guy. Got him. Well, a sniper's shot. I'll try to accelerate again. 350, 400. 400. See how they're faster than me even in a straight line. Or at least they accelerate faster. I guess this is the sign we better start heading back to the friendly line. He's going away, more are coming from the back. We completed the mission, doesn't make much sense to pursue. I'll tell also the guys in the air. Flight leader orders. Not working. Oh, I changed the formation. No, flight leader orders. Return to the base. F7. The flaps are still stuck. I think I broke them. It would make sense. I was going fast. I probably broke the flaps. So these wires, I believe they must be for heating the windshield, so it doesn't fog up. Ah yeah, because it's got two panes of glass. You see how it's made, of course. Most plane windows, I believe, are so. It's so detailed. War Thunder doesn't have this kind of details. Okay, we can complete the mission. Yeah, indeed. So we did complete the mission. Also got quite a few kills, I believe. At least 3, maybe 4. Let's see. 3 and 1 vehicle. That's good. Okay, I have another about 20 minutes. Let's do another mission. We can try to fit it into 20 minutes. More or less. Planning room. No, it's the planning room. No, it's over. The day is over. Okay, you have to go to the next day. How many missions do you want to fly in a day? Allied counter-offensive. The latest newspaper has been delivered. Yeah, I don't care. Well, these are the same missions as before. Mission types at least. But they will be set different. We might as well start another campaign. Tell you what, let's fly a mission. A career mission in the Tempest. This will be the final deed of today's stream. So, Battle of the Rhineland. I'll also pick a different scenario. Great Britain. Let's experience it from the other side. At least once. The final part. I want to do the crossing of the Rhine. Sounds interesting. So, I want the Tempest. There's also the newer version of the Spitfire, but I believe it's not as powerful. Volker seems a bit far from the... Yeah, Venlo would be more interesting. Do we have one on Venlo? No, apparently there were no Tempests there. I guess Walker will have to do unless I fly the other plane, but I want to fly this. So Walker. Commanders, this time I remember it from the beginning. He's a rugby player too, born in 1924. The crossing of the Rhine. Yeah, you need always to speak the first day. Okay, planning room. What do we have? Enemy reconstruction. Attack again. No, I want to do the free hunt. I want to do something different. Look at this squadron. It's a lot of planes. This reflects what we were seeing from the other side. The British hunted in packs. In big packs. So, more than a free hunt will be a free massacre, I guess. Let's be the fear of the German this time. Loading up. Progress bar is completed yet, it doesn't start. But we change the scenario. It's also no longer winter, I think. We shouldn't see as much snow. don't have much time left. Come on. I don't know what's it doing. Oh, here it is. So, the setup of the Tempest, what can you do to it? Oh, well, nothing much. You gotta carry the ball, don't, but this is a free out mission, there's no need for them. Let's go. As it is. With the improved fast saber engine. Oh, look at the weather. Yeah, not only it is no longer winter, it is the raining season. Let's accelerate the time. See ground units. The clouds from this game are also excellent. If you see, many VR games don't have excellent clouds such as these. Want to take a closer look at this airplane? I haven't had the chance yet. I'll put it in automatic mode, like this, and go external. And when you look at it like this, it isn't like the Spitfire at all. It's much stubbier in a way, but the wings are the same, just as elliptical, maybe a little bit curvy, so to say. And also you have this is the intake of the engine, I guess. It's much bigger. Well, of course, you got 300 horsepower. Look at this thing. Where are we going, by the way? Ah, okay, straight for the objective. Well, objective, this is a free hunting mission. The propeller is also extremely big. It's got the same thing going on as the Spitfire, where the engine exhaust, well, many planes with inline engines had. The engine exhausts are spitting their air rearward, so they add to the actual horsepower of the plane. Not that it needed it. In any case, anything helps. We're in full enemy territory. If the enemy doesn't show up now, it never will. Also, you should experience the parallax effect in VR when you look through the clouds and see the ground so distant. It's extremely cool. Especially with the city peaking like that. What city is that? Ah, we're going straight above it. Abeldorn. Don't know where it is. North of Arnhem, apparently. It's very well modeled. They can do their job in that regard. Still, the action doesn't want to grace us. Not incoming. This is the apex of the mission course. So we were supposed to free hunt, but if the enemy doesn't show up, there isn't much we can free hunt. Still, we'll go for a mission completion. Tell you what, since this is the last mission and no action is coming, we might as well go for a landing. I'll try to land the Tempest, see how it goes. I have another 15 minutes, that's certainly enough to go back to base. Let's see if I can land this thing. At least unless we meet enemy on the way, we're still in full enemy territory, so it's not impossible. I believe landing it will give us a feeling of accomplishment in any case. That is, if I can manage. So, instrumentation. First time I take a long look at it. It's about the oxygen. Remote contactor. And what is that? Floppy indicator. Okay, these are all pretty clear. The speedometer, altimeter, rate of climb of descent, time coordinator, artificial horizon, and a compass, I guess, always useful. This is just the clock. No, that's the RPM indicator. Fuel temperature. Well, it's so much easier when the plane's written in English, isn't it? These are fuel indicators for the external tanks, I guess. Well, it doesn't have external tanks per se, but probably in the wings. Radiator temperature. Actually, I have all the switch model for the various modes of bombing release. No enemy shows up. Yeah, sometimes it does, this game. It kinda sucks when it happens, but there isn't much you can do about it, really. No enemies coming. We've been unlucky in the second part of the stream, I tell you, but at least the first one was great. Warning, throttle will not open with control in start position. I wonder what it means. Ah, I understand. That's a switch that works for the engine startup. There's also a rather complex lever for raising or lowering the gear. And that wheel? What is it? Maybe it's the RPMs. No, touching it makes no difference. The cockpits in this game are incredibly detailed. We're almost at base now. Let's start lowering altitude. Really boring when it does like so. No enemies at all. Maybe I should have picked an earlier scenario. At this point there must have been many German planes left. That's the airfield, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely an airfield. I don't believe there can be two so close. So let's slow down. I don't know if in this game you're actually supposed to contact ground control. I don't think there is an option for that. Well, you can tell the other guys in your wing to return to base. Ah, it's being requested automatically, you hear it? Yeah, it's actually requesting for a landing. I didn't do anything. Let's see if I can land the beast. So, the speed, altitude is there, the speed is there. These are miles. Can't read it. How does it work? 8? What does 8 mean? Maybe the tenths? I better not even look at it. Cannot understand it while landing. I'll go by eye. Lower the gear. And the flaps. The flaps no lower. Nice. Why don't the flats lower? I'm not lucky with the flats, you might have noticed. I don't know, they are lowering, you cannot see them from above. And look what flats this thing has. They go all the way. It's like a gun. Very cool. I guess you're bound to have such measures for these overpowered planes, I mean. Well, it doesn't seem too difficult to land. Now going very slow. I wish I knew how slow. Maybe I should try and hit the actual runway. That would be nice. Well, it's war. Everything goes in war. I overestimated my speed, but still, it worked well in the end. So, what is there to say about this stream? Just like I said yesterday, it's a very cool DLC, adds a lot to the game in my opinion. The new planes are great, the new mission tanks also. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be very played in multiplayer. Look at their wheel when this went down. They don't play this that much yet. Maybe it's too new, so I ended up trying to play different planes. In the end, that kind of ruined our enjoyment. Not going to attempt that again. Next time, if people play online, we're going to play it online. Otherwise, I just keep going with the single player. So for the next days, let's see. Later today, I won't be able to be online. I have something to do today, so it will be tomorrow morning, I guess. And I'll play probably something different. 3 times in a row, the same thing. I guess it's bound to be boring. Maybe even War Thunder. Or perhaps a driving games. I haven't played the driving games the last 2 days. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, consider following my page. That would make me certainly very happy. And in any case, thank you. I love this game, as I'm sure you do as well. So it's no great problem for me to keep playing it all the time. So in any case, see you soon. Ciao from Italy. And I hope you will show up again. Bye.